troll farm launched a misinformation campaign to wreak havoc on America's political system.
The Russian conspirators want to promote discord in the United States and undermine public confidence in democracy. We must not allow them to succeed.
Examples of the alleged misinformation campaign include allegations of voter fraud by the Democratic Party and the purchase of advertisements to further promote the allegations on Facebook. The pages were even designed to look like they were run by real Americans and focused on issues in American life, race relations, immigration, and, of course, then candidates Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Facebook estimates close to 126 million Americans may have been exposed to this and other propaganda. Federal investigators say the group behind it is the Internet Research Agency linked to the Kremlin. Russia has denied any involvement in the U.S. elections. At a security conference Saturday, Russia's foreign minister again dismissed those claims.
I have no response. Until we see the facts, everything else is just blather.
Then there are the rallies. In May 2016, a small group of anti-Islamic protesters gathered outside a Muslim community center in Houston, Texas. The situation grew tense with a counter-rally. The very month of the election, both pro- and anti-Trump demonstrations were held in New York. U.S. prosecutors say both events were organized by the same troll group half a world away in St. Petersburg. Russians traveled to the U.S. on a fact-finding mission in 2014, say prosecutors. It would be the foundation of a massive operation brought to light in recent months and described in detail in these 37 pages. Polo Sandoval, CNN, New York.
Well, let's talk over all of this with CNN political analyst and historian Julian Zelzier. He joins me now live from New York. Good to have you with us, Julian.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Now, I want to start with the president, how he tried to link this school shooting with the Russia investigation. He couldn't help himself. Rather than addressing the deaths at that school and how to reduce gun deaths, he made the situation about himself, saying essentially that the FBI was too focused on the Russian investigation instead of trying to follow up on tips to track down this gunman before the shooting took place. It is interesting to note that the FBI director on Tuesday, before this shooting happened, seemed to feel the need to stand up for the Bureau. Let's just take a quick listen to what he had to say.
There are 37,000 people in the FBI who do unbelievable things all around the world, and although you would never know it from watching the news, we actually have more than 2 investigations, and most of them do a lot to keep Americans safe.
Julian, why does the president feel the need to continue to undermine them?
Well, I think it's pretty clear and transparent what his political intentions are. He's trying to discredit this investigation that has loomed over his administration since the very beginning of his presidency. And so by taking on Robert Mueller, by taking on the FBI, and even by taking on intelligence agencies concerning Russian intervention in the election, even if he doesn't fire anyone, he's trying to create doubt in the minds of the American public that there's any there with what everyone has been charging. And he's doing it now in the aftermath of this indictment that really lays out a pretty specific case about what the Russians attempted to do in 2016.
Yeah, it certainly was a very thorough 37-page document, but the president can't seem to let this go. A short time ago, he sent out this tweet saying that I never said Russia did not meddle in the election. I said it may be Russia or China or another country or group, or it may be a 400-pound genius sitting in a bed playing with his computer. Now, the Russian hoax was that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia. It never did. So let's just remember what he spent the last 2 years saying.
I don't think anybody knows it was Russia that broke into the DNC. How many times do I have to answer this question?
Can you just say
Russia
yes or no
is
on
a
it?
ruse. This Russia thing with Trump and Russia is a made-up story. The entire thing has been a witch hunt.
The Russia story is a total fabrication.
Russia did not help me. Okay. I call it the Russian hoax.
They made up the whole Russia hoax. That was a Democrat hoax.
It's a Democrat hoax.
Julian, do you think the president forgets that all these comments are on public record?
I think he doesn't care. I think he operates in a world where he believes that he can say whatever he wants, and there will be enough people to report it the way he wants in the conservative media, and that his supporters ultimately will listen to the last thing he said. That's how he operates. So I don't think he really cares about the public record. He's not engaged in a debate about facts and rational discussion. This is a more emotional, instantaneous, believe me, approach to American politics. And I think the record is quite clear. Not only has he said different things, but he's really gone to great lengths to deny that Russia conducted this operation, where he really should move forward and just admit this happened, which so many now officials have confirmed, and then offer a response so it doesn't happen again in 2018 and 20, but that's not what he chooses to do.
It certainly isn't. His national security advisor says the evidence that Russia manipulated the presidential election is beyond doubt. Let's just take a quick listen to what he says.
As you can see with the FBI indictment, the evidence is now really incontrovertible and available in the public domain.
Yet despite that, President Trump slapped him down on Twitter, saying General McMaster forgot to say that the results were not impacted. Surely, if it's clear that Russia succeeded in disrupting the political process, surely the president can't say with any certainty that the outcome was unaffected.
No, he can't, and that's unknown at this point. And the National Security Advisor's words were probably carefully chosen. I don't think he forgot anything. And here you have a moment where he is at odds with the President of the United States. The President has a louder bully pulpit, and he has a bigger Twitter account. And so in the end, his message comes across. But just because the President says something, it doesn't mean